Hey guys, Sang the Druid here with a guide on how to farm Garrison Resources in patch 6.2. The first thing you will want to do is head over to the ruins of Karnak and Tanan Jungle. You do at least have to be level 100 in order to do this, but you do not have to do any of the intro quest into the zone. Now in a moment I do show how many Garrison Resources I do start at before doing this. After about 19 minutes I managed to farm, it was like 1,100 resources. So that should be a rough estimate on how effective this is. Now when you get here, what you are looking for are these little objects. They're called radiating apexis shards. They do have a little purple outline to them that makes them pretty easy to see when flying by them. As you can see right there, there is one of them. Now looting these items happens to be a really nice way to complete the Unseen Influence daily, which can be a pain in the ass sometimes, but I always use this method for this. Now these can also contain baleful items. After about 4 baleful items though, they seem to diminish or just be non-existent, so if you're using this to farm baleful items after about 4, it's no longer really effective. Now the main thing you are wanting from these are probably the Garrison Resources. As you can see, each of these contain about 40 Garrison Resources. Now what's really nice about these items is that it's just designed, I guess, that there's always at least like 2 or 3 of these up all the time, somewhere. Now they don't tend to respawn in the same place twice frequently. They tend to spawn in each of the different spawn points at least once before they start spawning again in the same spots. Now I am pretty certain I have found just about every single spawn point in the ruins of Karnak of these little shards, and I will show them all later in the video. I will just skip to each one as I loot them. But I want to show you guys the route that I take around the ruins of Karnak at least once before I start skipping ahead. But just keep in mind that basically the route that I take in this first loop is just what I repeat over and over again until I've looted them at least once from every spawn point. Now if you find that the Apexis shard stops spawning, or if the area is very crowded, like if it's the daily area, you can cross realm to a different server and loot these as well. The only thing is you will not get credit if you're trying to do this for the Unseen Influence quest. You will not get credit for that in a raid group, if it is a raid group. Now before doing this, there are a couple things that I suggest you have to make this as effective as possible. The first you may have noticed is I do have flying. I highly suggest you have flying. It makes it so much easier to just fly to each of these spawn points rather than run on the ground. So just get it. The next thing is that I do have a level 3 stables. Now you don't need a level 3 stables, but you should at least have a level 1 stables. The level 1 stables will let you loot all of these items without ever dismounting. So as you can see, I'm able to never dismount and loot all of these except for the spawns in the cave, but at least there's no enemies in there. A level 2 stables is also nice if you want to go the extra mile to get it. It prevents you from being dazed. Some of these shards do spawn next to mobs, and the worst thing that can happen is you're trying to loot it and they daze you off your mount, and then you have to kill them, and it's just a waste of time. So if you want to get the level 2 stables too, you can do that as well, but again, very small. Now that is all the information I have to give you guys about this Garrison Resource Farming Guide. A guide video from me is a little unusual, but I really wanted to share this, so I gave it a shot. This method was extremely helpful in getting my alts garrisons up, getting their shipyards. Really useful for my alts. It's also nice to just get extra resources to spend on the shipyard upgrade, like the items that you can put on your ship, spending them on that. Stuff at your trading post, all of that, really useful stuff to use Garrison Resources for. On that note, I thank you guys for watching this video. If this guide was helpful to you, please leave a comment or a like, just let me know. Thank you, and good day.